Is there any point in naturally aspirated tuning?
We're here at BDS Motorsport with our 130i to find out.
So we're at BDS and we're going to have their stage 2 modification. It includes intake kit and it includes an ECU calibration. First, we're going to do a standard dyno run to see how much power our 192,000 mile engine produces. What do you reckon, Matt?
I mean, it's 192,000 miles. It's got lost a few horses. 250, I reckon.
You reckon 250?
You're
I'm going to be a
happy
bit more
250?
ambitious. I'm going to say 254.
254.
That's what I go for, yeah.
And we hope it's going to add 20-ish.
Ish.
20-ish.
Maybe, we'll see.
But, you know, since we've seen before, you love working on cars. I think you're going to work with Bruno and maybe have a bit of a go fitting some of the stuff yourself.
Maybe.
I'm going to catch up with Bruno afterwards and then we're going to kind of talk about why we've done what we've done and what difference it makes and why it's not all about power.
Get it on the dyno.
Yeah.
Rev her up.
I've done, as you've seen, I've done 4 tests, and I do the average of the tests. The average we have, it made 258.7, where they normally make peak power, and made peak torque of 310. And the curve being like this shows me the diesels are working as they should. Also by the power number, which is slightly more than what I was expecting for a stock car. They normally make between 250 to 255. This one made 258.7 with 190,000 miles.
Yeah, and it made peak power
at 6,768.
Right, okay. Nice and high.
So
we've got a bit of room to work with. What do you reckon then, Bruno? What do you reckon we get out of it?
Well, at least 15 brake.
Nice. That'll be big.
But the most important stuff is the gain all across the curve.
Across the whole rev range.
That's what actually accelerates the car. As you can see here, we are at 201. And even if we didn't make more power, but our average went up by 10 bhp, the car would still be faster. It actually leans on the torque curve to keep pushing. And this is what we have to look at, not just the peak number. That's Matt is going to explain to everyone what that is.
Average Matt and average power.
Right, so Bruno, we've got your computer there, whirring away. What's happening?
So currently we are just unlocking the ECU to prepare for the tune.
And then you're going to put plus 20 bhp, hit return, and it all happens. It's like that, right?
Yeah,
pretty
that's what the internet says almost.
That's what the internet says.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about the hardware. Yeah. So this is the stock stuff. Where are the restrictions in this and why is that better?
So it's not quite a restriction. There is some part of restriction on it. One of them is this little thing in here. The behave of the air is actually the thing that we change the most with the elbow. So if you see in here, the air comes through here and then it almost comes on an angle into the throttle body, which is hard for you guys to see, but it doesn't come like straight. Therefore, if you see this area here, is going to have a drop of speed in here and then is going to load this full side. So when you open the throttle body, you're actually not exposing the full area of throttle body into it. If you see on this one is a straight 90. Also, this is a thing people say, oh, it could be just a straight bend. We did try smooth bend, but we found actually this performed better. And the reasoning for this is because on these corners, it generates small eddies that causes the airflow to become straighter into it. And so it increases the speed that the air is going through inside the elbow itself to feed the throttle body more efficiently. And now you're going to fall asleep.
Alex is going to fall asleep.
We have...
Because he's a simple-minded driver who just likes to go fast. And as soon as you talk about science,
Bruno just makes the cars go fast.
Bruno makes cars go fast and then he's happy.
Yep. This is a direct replacement for the stock filter in here on the edge itself.
On the edge, yeah.
There's a lip. It doesn't really help flow at all. Now you feel this one and tell me if you can feel the difference.
Yeah, smooth.
Exactly. So normally we see, if the car is completely stock, we see between 12 to 15 bhp gain, around 10 nms gain in torque. With a calibration on top, normally sees another 5 bhp more. However, it's the gain that is all across the curve.
Because this is the thing, it's not just about peak power.
No, it's the average power. To me, that's the most crucial thing. The power is work done. Torque is what does the work. The way to make torque is all through efficiency. The way to make power is through RPM. And if you want to be blunt about it, just put bigger cams on it and just rev it to the moon. You'll always make more power. But to gain torque is a different story, which to me is the most important thing. That's what accelerates the car fast. You know, so
our whole point is afterwards, this is going to feel faster everywhere. We aren't just going to have to rev the bejesus
and
out of it.
The biggest way people tell differences is when they drive them either on circuit or on the road, is they've noticed they use the gearbox a lot less because they have a lot more torque. We had people that were considering changing to a shorter final drive. They got stopped from doing that because they no longer felt the need of it because the car had far more urgency on pulling all the way through because of the increased torque.
Lovely. Let's get to it.
One of these. Bosh. This is the old air filter which is going to be replaced. So take the lid off the airbox and then a couple of tabs somewhere that Bruno said you have to push. Ta-da! Undo this. And then the airbox should lift out. Bosh! That will be going back in, but it needs to be fitted with the new BDS intake cone filter, so we'll do that in a minute. I much prefer when you start working on cars, then a magic Bruno turns up, does everything for you.
Bruno is good.
Yeah, and then you come up at the end of the day and your car's fixed and more powerful. Maybe we should just cut to magic Bruno turning up. Bruno! With the lid replaced on the airbox, there was time for one more mod before the next dyno run.
So important moment. We have
The christening of your car.
christening.
Dun, 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 dun,
Do it straight though.
Yeah.
Otherwise not.
Like that.
Don't you?
Like that. That.
Straight.
Like that.
Straight.
That. When you put another one on.
Put another one on. Here we go. Well, I think like. What do you think? Like there?
Yeah, that's probably right, actually.
That's the most mechanical stuff I've done all day.
Great job. So,
Results time.
dyno run's been done just with your stage 2 induction kit, but no ECU remapping or anything.
So this is like what people can do at home if they don't want to map it, leave the stock ECU, whatever.
So what were we before? We were 258.
258.7,
Yeah.
220 at wheels, 310 NMs of torque,
Yeah.
and now 269
Oh,
bhp
nice.
and 322 NMs. So, but you can see the gain is everywhere.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's just
across
like,
the entire range.
Yeah, it picked up 9 bhp at the wheels, which is quite a big change.
That's good.
As I said, they normally together gain between 12 to 15 brake, but again, it just picks the power.
But it's everywhere, isn't it?
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
like, it's not just a small gain. And this is like, I haven't readapted ECU or anything. This was literally just drop it in and drive. If you have no tools to work with anything.
Yeah. Plug and play.
So now it's time to put a file on
A
it.
few little tweaks to
On
the
the-
brain,
on the
car's brain,
Yeah,
Bruno wizardry,
yeah, and then
and see what we
off
can
we
do.
go. Let's
Nice,
see.
right. Thanks, Bruno.
Fantastic.
Crack on. Suck all the life out of her. Give it everything you got. Final scores on the doors, Bruno.
Yeah.
So you've done a little bit of mapping,
Yeah.
played with its brain a bit.
For the mileage, it's not too bad. We ended up making 272.3 or 236.8 at wheels, which is a 16.8 bhp increase
Nice.
at the wheels.
Again, is that average?
This is
Aver-
like the average out of 3 tests.
What was the maximum?
We've seen 278, I think, on the best read.
Let's just go with that one. Let's just go with 278. Who needs averages? I want the big number.
Let's say 278, round it up, 280, happy days.
Because like, if we analyze the curve, one of the things these cars are known for is around 4.5. They have like a dip, which you can see in here on the torque curve, and now it doesn't have it. So it just is a much
flatter, isn't it? Yeah.
So it just, the acceleration is a lot stronger.
Yeah, that'll be
And
very
in here it's a
noticeable,
big
won't it?
difference. The beauty about tuning one of these is just like making more power everywhere without losing. So there's no sacrifice, not
No,
sacrificing.
it's a win across
It's
the board,
a win
isn't it?
across the board, which
Yeah.
is what makes the car better.
So to summarise, we brought the car in without any mods, but it has already had a previous map.
It had a
It did
previous
258 horsepower,
Yeah.
and then we put your induction kit and filter on, and it did 269 without any ECU tweakery, and then it's made 272.3 average.
So, but
Big
it's
jump.
like, again, like normally with the map, as I said earlier, is around 5 HP. But
Yeah.
what I'm seeing with this car is actually not gaining as much as others have gained. So the games are smaller.
High mileage maybe.
High mileage, yeah, it's a tire.
Dodgy exhaust system on the
Yeah,
back.
exhaust is not the greatest, as we discussed earlier. But it's like, it's within ballpark. For something at this mileage, it's decent.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not like it's falling apart or not working. It's just like not as good as it could be. But again, it's a high mileage car, you know. And
Yeah.
it
Well-
potentially will want a good service as well. Coil packs are very common on them. It's not
Okay.
like they are failing, but I've seen before by just changing coil packs, it picked up across everywhere because they start losing the power they have, the coil, and then it generally affects the power. It's not like it's not going to gain 10 bhp, but those two that I'm saying it's missing now might
That
be
might be.
From
that
that,
might
yeah.
be it. From that, spark plugs, it can be a combination of factors.
But in conclusion, NA tuning,
Well worth it.
Absolutely worth it.
I think we'll just say thanks very much to
Thank you,
Bruno,
Bruno.
the wizard, for working your magic on the car.
No problem.
And if people are interested in any sort of NA tuning for BMWs, or you do other cars as well, don't you? Check out BDS Motorsport on Instagram, on the website. Yeah,
Our YouTube channel as well doesn't have a lot, but it's good to put you asleep actually.
yeah, for a bit of
That's
nighttime
tech
watching.
stuff,
I've
yeah.
given up counting sheep and now just watch Bruno on YouTube. Much better. No, but thanks, Bruno. Thanks for your work.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
to
Right.
the studio,
To the-
to the wherever
yeah.
we are next.
Right,
Bye.
we'll let you out.